Hi, and welcome to another edition of Gunners Are Us. In this edition, it is the preview show for Arsenal versus Leicester in this weekend's match on Sunday. And with that and much ado, let's get on with the video. So it's the preview show. We're going to be talking predicted lineups, and also we'll go over the interview that Mikel Arteta had with the press earlier today. So we go through what predicted lineup I think Mikel Arteta will choose. And this is the lineup that I've chosen. I believe that Mikel Arteta will go with Ramsdale in goal, a back line of Tierney, Gabriel, White, and Cedric, Xhaka, Partey, and Odegaard as midfielders, Martinelli, Saka, and Lacazette at top front. That's the team that I'm picking for this match against Leicester City. We can also bring in Emile Smith-Rowe for Martinelli, but I believe Martinelli will get picked ahead of Emile Smith-Rowe, who's just coming back from a bout of COVID. So I believe this is the team that will be playing Leicester on Sunday. So it's going to be an interesting match. It's going to be interesting because Arsenal are hoping on a top four finish, but we've got some tricky games coming up, and it all starts off with this Sunday match against Leicester. Now, Leicester, their team, I'll have to check their form table, but they're a team that is that could be hard to beat, and they're a team that the recent form, they've had 2 wins, a draw, and 2 wins, a draw, and a loss. Right, let's go on and see what Mikel Arteta has had to say in the press conference. So on the latest team news, not many changes. Tomiyasu, we're still assessing him, and it looks like Emile Smith-Rowe will be available. Now, there's a situation at Chelsea. Chelsea Football Club has been sanctioned. The owner, Roman Abramovich, has been sanctioned by the UK government. Now, it is important to note that the sanctions they are unable to sell players. They're only allowed to have the home fans in the stadiums at the moment, and Chelsea are unable to sell. Roman Abramovich is unable to sell Chelsea. This is due to links to Putin's regime, and it has an effect because there'll be no more spending big without looking at the ramifications of that. They have to start operating like a normal club where their income, they make income and they spend from that income and not get fed a whole heap of bailout money, so to say. So they'll have to start thinking prudently. So Mikel Arteta was asked a question on the situation at Chelsea and how Thomas Tuchel has handled it. He says it's an extremely difficult situation to manage, and I think he will manage it in the best possible way with the integrity that Thomas has always shown, and just try not to get too involved, as he has already mentioned. Mikel Arteta was asked on whether we are favourites, that's we as in Arsenal are favourites to get top 4 or even could get 3rd. And his response was, I don't know. The only matter for me is how we train tomorrow and how we play on Sunday. The rest, this is football, and so it's unpredictable. Nobody knows what can happen. Our only focus is on performing and winning matches. And I would echo that sentiment that it's only game by game and see what other results come through by other teams, and just go out there, try to get the 3 points for our team. Right, so he was asked about whether recent form is showing something is building here. To be with the top teams, you have to win consistently and do it in a convincing way. I need even more than the amount of victories, 4 in a row, because there are teams in the leagues who do that for 10, 11, 12, or even 18 times. So still the margin is pretty big. We've won 4 times in a row. This, if we can win it, will be the 5th time in a row, and that will be quite an achievement. On the summer transfer targets and whether they're influenced by where we finish, there are 2 things: the amount of games that you have to play and the amount of players you need in the squad. The players you are losing or retaining in the squad and the players that are available which playing in the European competition changes a lot. He was asked on Lacazette's contract situation. Yes, we have had discussions, as you know, and at the end of the season, once we know where we are, we will make a decision altogether. I don't want anyone to think about something else that is not that. The decision we agreed is to do it in the summer, and we're going to do it as soon as the season is finished. He was asked about the club launching the Ukraine Supporters Club and donating to Save the Children appeal. It's great news for the club, and the club wants to show solidarity and wants to show we're all united. And even if we're not suffering the consequences at first hand, it's impossible to even try to understand what is going on for those living through it. At least show that we care and show our solidarity and appreciation to the people who are suffering. What has impressed him against Watford? The way we played at times, how fluent and a threat we were in attacking moments, and in the end, what we had to suffer in the last few minutes, because this is the Premier League and this is the last few moments. You can concede a goal and you're just a goal ahead. Anything can happen. We showed good composure and the ability to finish the game off. It was asked a few other questions, but I'm not going to go through all of that. And that is it. So the form guide. Let's start with Arsenal. Arsenal's last 6 games is 4 wins, a draw, and a loss, whereas Leicester's last 6 games is 4 wins, a loss, and a draw. exactly the same form. But our last 4 games is 4 wins. Their last 4 games is 3 wins and a loss. So that's the form guide. And going into this match, I predict that Arsenal will win this match 3-1 is my prediction. 3-1 is my prediction. And that's it for this preview match. I think I've covered everything, gone through team selections, possible formations, and match prediction. So match prediction, the high scoring 3-1 or 1-0 to the Arsenal. Low scoring match. So that's it. Thanks. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much.